Hey, hi guys. My name's Sarah. I'm a professional golfer. I play on lots of different tours, events, etc., etc. I've been playing for over 20 years of golf. So, first off, I'd like to say thank you, Caitlin, for this video idea. And it's gonna be pretty good. I think I'm gonna have to cut this up into a few videos, so stay tuned for parts, etc. So basically this is a crash course in golf terminology, and this is just basic things that you should know as a golfer or if you're watching golf, and a few facts and different things. Interesting. Okay. Alright, first one we have is types of clubs. So you have graphite, you have steel, and you have wood. So graphite, steel, and wood, that's the types of shafts that you have. Okay. So I don't have an example of the graphite, steel, and wood shafts with me, but you can look online and see what they look like. I might post a picture right here. And there's different types of flexes for each shaft. So for your driver, if you look at it, there's labels that'll say extra stiff, stiff, regular, and then senior shaft and ladies. The stiffer it is, the firmer it is, so when you watch people hit, if you see their shaft bending, that's just the flex of the shaft. So that's a big difference, and usually it's pretty self-explanatory. If you ask somebody else, I mean, I would start out with the regular, then move up. Now I use an extra stiff on my driver, so if you ever watch me hit it, you won't see it bend at all. You'll see it bend some, obviously, because I got a lot of torque in there, but that's the basic thing. So give me 1 second and I'm gonna bring some thing out. Okay, this next part is just basic clubs. There's different types of clubs that you have. All right, let me just set this down because I don't want to. You have your putter, and that's usually a flat stick. The degree loft in that, it's like a 1 to a 5-ish. So if you look down at it, the face will be slightly up and open, and that just helps pop the ball in the air for people. You don't want it like perpendicular straight up and down, because that's just not how putters are made. There's wedges. That's anything like a gap wedge, sand wedge, pitching wedge, that's all lumped together. So that's what wedges are. So when somebody says, I want to use a wedge, there is a specific club for that. But it says, bring my wedges, that means like your sand wedge, pitching wedge, lob wedge. So if you ever hear me say I'm using some wedges, that's what it means. Irons are basically 9-iron through, it goes up to 1-iron. I don't have a 1-iron, but that's the basic general thing. Obviously certain sets have different, like they might mesh them together if you're a beginner, like a 7/8 or something. But that's basic irons. Is not many people have a 1-iron or a 2-iron. I think Tiger Woods used to use a 2-iron, but back in the day they used to use them. Woods are, this is a 3-wood right here. Basically it's not the big club, a driver's the big club, but a wood is anything with a larger head and they'll have a smaller face. So that's what a wood is. Okay, got that down. Okay, so back when golf first got started in Scotland, there were unique, I call them unique names for clubs. I'm gonna read them off to you. And the reason why is you should kind of know this, just like it's kind of like a golf history of the golf club, and that's each club. So the play club was the driver, so that's what they called the driver, the play club. A brassy was a 2-wood. Spoon is a higher lofted wood, so it might be like a 5-wood-ish kind of. Baffling spoon is your approach wood, so that might be like a 7-wood-ish. Driving iron's a 1-iron. That's what I was talking about, those irons, that's how high they go up. A cleat, C-L-E-E-T, that's how I say it, is a 2-iron. Mid-mashie, 3-iron. Mashie iron's a 4-iron. Mashie is 5. Spade mashie is 6. Mashie niblet is niblick, sorry. Mashie niblick. Can't speak. 7-iron. Pitching niblick is an 8-iron, and a niblick's a 9-iron. And then this one has a jigger, J-G-G-E-R. It's a lower lofted iron. Basically it's your wedges, the jigger. I don't know. And Mashie niblick was not a wedge. Mashie niblick's a 7-iron. Okay, and I saw one really interesting called a Sabbath stick online. This is something you might not know either. Back in Scotland, they had putters that would hide as a cane. So you would have a pole, and it was similar, so it looked like you're walking with a cane, but you could fit the club head in the palm of your hand. And it was like against the rules, basically, quote, quote, to putt or play on Sundays. So people would go walking around the golf course or walking around a field or something, and then they'd drop a ball down, hit one, pick it up, pretend to keep walking with their cane. So that was pretty interesting. I read that recently online. Going back to clubs, there's several different types of clubs that you can hit, but two interesting clubs. One's called a Texas wedge, if you've ever heard of it, and a belly putter. You've probably heard of that one. But a Texas wedge is basically out in Texas. It's so flat. They created a putter that looked like a wedge, so it's, I can throw a picture in there, I'm not sure, but it's a little wedge putter thing, and it's really cool.